Because he's seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. Hot girls don't go out anymore. You have to create such an incredible environment to get attractive women to go do anything anymore.
UK is losing 5 nightclubs per week. And sadly, this is another one right in the heart of the city of London. Huge rents on these places. I mean, look at the size of it right by St. Paul's. It would have cost tens of thousands of pounds per month to keep going. The place actually used to go all the way down there and down there. In fact, over 40% of nightclubs in the UK have closed since 2020. And the reason for it is because the younger generation just aren't going out as much. They're spending more time on social media and interacting with friends and family in more of a digital way. And also the younger generation just aren't drinking as much anymore. In fact, 26% of people aged 18 to 24 don't drink at all. And that figures up from 15% just 10 years ago. And it's going more and more in that direction as people become more health conscious.
I don't think it has to do with health consciousness.
You want to guess who sent me this? Owen Cook.
Really?
Yeah, because he's seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. Hot girls don't go out anymore. It's so real.
Nope.
You have to create. You have to create such an incredible environment to get attractive women to go do anything anymore. By the way, when they say the nightclubs are closing, what that means is, I'm gonna translate that for you. It means attractive women aren't going out. Men are not then spending money at the clubs to impress attractive women.
We're tired.
Clubs.
It's my job.
Huh?
It's my job to go out.
For me, someone who has been going out regularly since 1998, I can tell you emphatically, for 2004 and after 2004, once we had bottle service and then once we had MySpace, it has changed. It is night and day. You used to go to bars, you used to go to clubs, and there were more girls than guys because the guy at the door would let girls in and would only let very few guys, and you would go to these places and it was just full of girls and there were very few guys, and that is done. These clubs are now run by publicly traded companies, and these publicly traded companies want to optimize dollar per square foot. And the way you do that is not with women. It's by letting in more men. And when you go to these nightclubs now, you will see dance floors where it's 4 dudes for every 1 girl. The only place where you're going to see girls is up in the VIP
Sausage
booth
party.
or up in the DJ. It's madness, bro. It is completely changed from the way things used to be. It is what you'll find is there's one club in the city that most guys don't know about. That club will have a bunch of girls, big spenders, and everything else is just going to be like hot garbage. So that's why you have, because there is no scene, you have to make a scene. That's why I recommend guys start having their own events that have that offer value.
Keggers.
And
invite backyard keggers. That's what we need.
And invite 10 times as many women as men, or no men at all, just to get an even ratio. That's where we are now.
And there's less people drinking in general. Like the new phase is being sober.
I half agree with that. I'd say I don't think it's because of health consciousness.
No, it's definitely not.
I think it's because all these guys are fucking shut-ins. They just simply don't want to go out and they don't want to do that. Now, I think this is a really good opportunity to call out people like Mac and Murphy and Alex from Date Psych and the rest of these guys who keep saying that men don't go out and actually approach women live in real time anymore. They need to go out there. Of course, the PUAs are right? We're supposed to go out there and make approaches, right? But the thing is like the problem is that just what you're saying. It's not necessarily the guys are not going out there and making approaches. There's no girls there in the first place to make an approach.
There are 2 mechanisms. I've asked this question several times to women about whether or not they feel comfortable with guys approaching them. And generally, the closer the girls get to their later 30s, they feel very comfortable with it, because those women come from a generation before social media. Women in their early 30s or in their 20s are not nearly as comfortable with strangers coming up and talking to them at the bar. So fewer attractive women go out, and those women are less receptive to cold approach. That's what's going on. And I have tons of friends that are pickup artists, and I love these guys, but they're just coping because this social media has decimated this. Go watch the movie. In the end of the movie, the guy, Jon Favreau, he walks into a bar and there's this stunning girl sitting at the bar by herself. And I'm like, maybe that was the case in 1988, but in what world is a stunning girl sitting at the bar for you to go up and talk to her by herself? She's behind a rope, behind another rope, up a staircase, behind another rope, behind a 300-pound bodyguard in a DJ booth. That is the way it is right now. So like
she's behind the DJ booth, behind Dead Mouse with this guy and Zook. That's
sure.
That is me. I am behind the DJ
Exactly.
booth.
Yeah, she's been up there with you. You guys don't understand. Unless you have some sort of leverage over the bigger, better deal, you're just going to get left behind because 80% of men on these dating apps are deemed to be unattractive. The average man matches with 6 out of 1,000 right swipes. Let me say that again. The average man matches with 6 out of 1,000. The average woman, 100 out of 1,000. That's how many matches she gets. The average woman. You girls probably get way more than that. I know some girls, they match 100. Every time they swipe right, they're getting a match, without exception. So it's a completely different world. This massive cohort of men that are being left behind. And if you ever want to see them, just go look at the dance floor at some nightclub, because that's where they are. They have no status, they have no clout, they have no game, they have no social alignments, they have no pre-selection, and they're just left behind. And like, there's a software update. I will tell you, the question you asked before, is the world better or worse because of social media? For me, it's way better. For me, it's incredible. Yeah. I'm an influencer. I have tons of social alignments. I get tons of pre-selection, and I previously dated a lot of attractive women. For me, it's incredible, bro. It's a bonanza. I can't express to you how much better. I've never had so much fun or had a more flourishing social life than I ever have at the age of 47 years old. I am doing better with more than any point in my entire life. I get invited. One night I went to the Playboy party and saw the announcement of the Playmate of the Year in New Orleans during Super Bowl. Then we left and went to the Maxim party. Then we left that party and went to the Sports Illustrated party, and I effortlessly walked in with 9 girls behind me. This social media age is unbelievable for me. For 80% of men, this has been a disaster. It has decimated them. These men are just completely being left behind. And so I'm trying to express to you the difference between the men who are going forward and the men who are being left behind. I am the captain of the lifeboat. If you want to, I can't turn the Titanic. Titanic's still going to hit the iceberg. Nothing I can do about that. But I can get you on a lifeboat. I created a lifeboat. It's called Men of Action. If you guys want to check it out, I will teach you how to not crash into the iceberg, how to jump into the lifeboat with the rest of us, so that you can experience life like me and my friends. And I have 3,000 testimonials to show you that that's the case, including Alex right here. I have so many testimonials to prove what I'm saying is true. So you can be left behind and continue to say whatever you want. They go out to a club and you listen to these pickup artists tell you that they're dating 10s, but yet there's never any photos of them. Notice how that's funny? There's never any photos of these gorgeous women they're supposedly dating, because there aren't any gorgeous women they're dating, because attractive women don't go out to meet men. Ever.
So, it's easily the best program for men out there. If anybody's watching, is wondering.
So what you're saying is you're not worried about being the old guy in the club?
No, because I'll tell you what. At 57, it'll probably be even better for me, because I understand them. I understand the algorithm. I have taken this algorithm that is crushing men. I've taken this algorithm that is crushing men. I have completely reverse engineered it, and I have turned it into my bitch. That's what's happened. That's what I teach men. Turn the algorithm into your bitch. That's what I teach men. And if you don't want to learn it, that's fine. You don't have to believe in gravity. You don't have to think the game is real. You can believe whatever you want to believe. The game is real, even if you don't believe in it. It's still real. Someone will still take your job. Someone will still take your girl, and you're a man. You're not good enough, and you have a burden of performance. Your only use in the world is your utility.
I do have to say, and if a girl's going up to a guy that's like the 80% that you're talking about,
people don't know.
Usually they're just trying to get a drink.
Yeah.
Even before I came to Vegas, I had a game back in North Dakota. How many drinks can I get for free? And I would spend $0 the whole night, multiple weekends, spending $0, just going up to guys and flirting with them, touching like their shoulder a little bit and being like, oh my God.
All it takes.
And then he'd be like, do you want something to drink? And then they'll be like, yeah. And then they'll get a drink. They're like, what do you want? I'll be like, tequila shots, but get me 5, because I have my friends back here. And then I have my friends come up, and then we all take shots, and then we're like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom.
Sounds like a great experience. Let's go do it. I love it.
That's what happens. And you know what? The only difference now is that we deal with clubs, bottles, and we're able to sit.
Even the clubs have monetized.
Let's